Welcome to another Whiskey, Games, and Nerd Stuff. Today's whiskey is, we're still enjoying some Eagle Rare. Let's go take a sip. And today's Nerd Stuff is, or game, we're going to play through Chapter 1 of My City Roll and Build. My City is a roll and write, and this is not going to be a how to play, but this is just going to be a playthrough. What I will do through parts of this video, I'm going to edit it on the parts, right? And I might just throw in some music. I'll talk. I'll kind of go back and forth. Trying something different with these series of videos where I'm going to actually do a full-on playthrough, but I'm also going to do some where I just kind of play some music so you can kind of listen to that and watch the play. As I've said in other videos, I will probably do something wrong. You know, I am drinking while I'm playing this, so there's always a chance that I'm going to do something wrong when I am drinking and playing a game. The other thing that you'll notice is I've got these color-coded pins. You don't need colored pencils or pens to play this. I just like doing it because it makes it a little bit easier for me to keep track of the different types of buildings. So what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and start, and if there's any questions that I can see coming up, I will go ahead and hopefully address those. So the first thing we do is we roll the dice. You match these two silver points, and then that is I have to draw a solid building that's only taking one square. Now all the buildings have to start, that first building has to start next to a river. Like so. And I am using pink to signify my solid building. So I'll go ahead and roll again. And you know what? I'm going to move my drink because something tells me I'm going to spill that. So let's go ahead and move that up here. Let's just roll. All right, great. We have stripe square. So now this has to be next to one of the buildings that I already did. And this is going to be my stripe. So hopefully I remember which color is the stripe, what color is the solid, and then what color will be the X's. Let's go ahead and roll. Oh, cool. We got an X. And this is going to be a line. All right. Let's go ahead and just do this to make it easy. That's 3. And there's different ways to do this, but you can kind of see how I've done it, where I've got the 3 different building types. And what you're trying to do is you don't want to cover the trees. You do want to cover the rocks. And for this first one, we are just trying to cover as many spaces as we can. We'll go ahead and do that. That's a good one. And other than them, building, touching another building or being adjacent to a square, in the first round, that's really the only requirement. So we've got a tour that's going to be a solid. And let's see, where do we want to do 2? You know what? Let's do the 2 right here. There we go. And all you're doing is just rolling these and basically just filling in the spots. So this can kind of be a very relaxing game. And the difference between somebody playing multiplayer, so you could have several people playing this game, and the only difference is you're just taking turn rolling the dice. You're each going to use the same, whoever rolls, you're going to be drawing the same building. You've got the same square. Now, obviously, not everybody's going to pick the same starting point and whatnot, but if watching the solo play, this is exactly how you're going to see the multiplayer go. All right, how do I want to do this? All right, I'm going to go ahead and do this, and normally you wouldn't want to do this because I'm going to need a 1er to fill in that spot, but I have a feeling we'll get one at some point, so 2x. And you will see some cuts and whatnot. We have the stripe, 3. We'll do this. And this will not come into play for right now, but these do come into play later. So we want to get a 4 spot here if we can. So I'm leaving myself a spot for a 1er here. If we can get a 4, that's good here. Or I'm going to have to get an L and a 2. But I'm going to need to start coming over into this other side. Okay, there's my 1er, which we needed. And we have another 1er. Cover this tree, this rocks. Gotta love the way the dryer bounces around making that sound, right? Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna bank on the fact that we are going to get another 1er at some point. And then we'll start heading over here. Okay, solid 3. Let's do... That's a good one. Yep. Now we're getting close to the point when we want to stop. I do have room for a 4 here. And then we're going to have some room up here depending on how this next set of dice comes out. Okay, great. We have a line, but it's a 4. I don't think we have 4 spaces. So here's where it's going to get tricky. Can't go there, can't go there. Can't go there. Can't go here yet. Oh, we can't go here because we've got an adjacent across the river. All right, cool. All right, I think we've probably got maybe 2 or 3 more rolls and we need to be done. Get that single. Let's do another roll. Nice. We've got a 4 stripe. Now, here's where we got to decide, do we want to stop and score? If you roll and can't go, you have to mark off one of these, and that's going to be the minus point that you get. Here's the trick, though. We have a 1 spot, and we have a 3 spot this way, a 2 this way. So we can stop right now, and we're going to lose out on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Or we could take a chance, get one of those, but then if we can't go, we're going to get this -1, then lose the 5 points. Let's take a drink while we decide. And let me know in the comment section, for those that would play, would you stop here and just take the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 point loss and be done? Or would you go for it and try and get a 1, a 2, or a 3 that'll work? Oh, nice. We got a 3 that will work. It's a solid. So we are going to go this way. And we are going to stop there, folks. So here's what's going to happen. We are going to stop there. You're going to get 1 point for each tree. There is 18 trees, if I recall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we're going to get 18 points for the trees. If you left any rock spaces not built over, you're going to lose points, but we didn't lose anything for that. We're also not going to lose anything for that. Now we have we have to counter empty spaces. We have 1 empty space, 2 empty spaces. Let's just double check. Zoom, make sure we didn't miss anything. Yep, we just have the empty space there and there. So we are ending this one with 16 points. So let's do this real quick. And then for this one, we are at 16 points. So we will go ahead and take a break for just a minute. And then what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and film chapter 1, episode 2. And then we'll have an episode 3. And then what will happen is we score those 3 episodes, and we'll look at the score sheet to see how we do. If you're playing against somebody else, you just say, whoever has the highest wins. And I'm writing these to keep track of this for our playthrough. And I'm going to call it playthrough A, because we're going to go through the whole campaign and then see what our end score is. And then we can keep track of these. What I'll do is when I post these videos, I'm going to post them at 1 chapter at a time. And then when I've gone through 1 chapter, I'll post that. When I get through chapter 2, I'll post that. So on and so on and so on. And then when we complete it, I'll put them all in one video. Would love to hear what your thoughts are on this for those that have played. How many have played a perfect game on chapter 1, episode 2? Would also love to hear any comments. So let's go ahead and we will begin episode 2. Right, we're going to go ahead and start chapter 1, The New Land, episode 2. The rule set is going to be the same as chapter 1, with the addition of there will be points for number of buildings in the largest group, each building type. So if you get 3 or 4 solid buildings together, we're going to get 3 or 4 points. So let's go ahead and take a sip. And now we're going to need to be a little bit more strategic about where we place these and go from there. So we went ahead and have an X. Let's go ahead and start at the river again. And again, you don't need color markers to do these. I just find that I like it better. Okay, we have another X. That's good. That's good. So now this is going to give us 2 buildings. And we're going to do it this way. So if we were to score on the X's right now, we would get 2 points because we have 2 buildings that are X's next to each other. Okay, now we have a new building type, which is going to be solid. So let's go ahead and do the solids across the river. All right. And we have a stripe. You know what? Let's do the stripe this way. 1, 2, 3, and then 2 up. So now we're kind of getting that bottom. Okay, we've got stripes again. Ooh, we got a long one too. Let us do, oops. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 3. Let's go, actually, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try that. We're gonna go. See if that bites us in the butt or not. Okay, we have X's. Ooh, a 3X. That worked out. That worked out. We've got a solid. And it's a long solid. We will do it this way. 2 up and 3 over. There we go. And we have the X's again. Yeah, we can go, let's think about how we want to do this one. All right, we're going to go ahead and do it here. So right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 X's next to each other. Okay, we've got some stripes coming. Ugh. All right, let's see. What can we do with this stripe? Oh, that'll work. That'll work. I go 1 up and total of 4 over. So now we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got our X's again, and it looks like we've got. What do we want to do here? There we go. We'll do this. Okay, hopefully we can get a 4X right there. Okay. We've got a 3-er. Yeah, we'll just do it this way. Now we're going to need a 2-er and X for it to be great. A 1-er to connect the buildings there. So we'll see what we do. We have a stripe, and it is going to be a 4. All right, so we need to do a building that's next to another building. We don't have any spots where we can do the stripes right here. So we can still go across the river because we're gonna be adjacent. It's just not gonna be kind of how we wanted things. So we'll just go ahead and do this. And then maybe we can connect up here later on. Okay. We have a stripe. 3. Okay, that worked. Okay, we need some 1-ers or we're going to get stuck with some rocks. Yeah, we need to get a 1-er and a 2. Okay, great. We've got a 2. But now it's a solid 2. So even though there's no solid connecting, I feel like we're getting close enough to the point where I don't want to be left without a 2 with these rocks, because those rocks would be minus points. So we're going to go ahead and put that over here. I would have loved to put it over here, but I don't know that we're going to get another 2, so that's not going to work for us. Oh, cool. We got a 1. And it's a solid 1. Again, I'm kind of in a similar spot where I want to cover these rocks as I can, even though that's a solid. Seems to be how we're getting these. Okay, we have a... that's the tough one. I hate that one. All right, I don't think we're going to be able to do this one, so hold on a second. All right, there's nowhere I can put this. So we are going to not construct a building, which means we will be minusing a point. Hopefully we don't get that roll again. Okay, we have a 2-er. And with our way our luck has gone, I want to go ahead and get this out. Okay, so now here's the question. We can stop here, but we are going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I don't want to lose that many on this. So, oh, cool. We got another 2-er. This is a 2-er stripe. And what's cool is this. So we'll put that 2-er right here. And now we have the stripe. Oh, no. We would have if I could have done something right there. All right, so we still have a spot for a 3, a 2, or a couple 1s. So I'm going to give it one more attempt, and if we get something that we can't do, then we're going to go ahead and stop. Cool. We've got a 2 solid. And let's go ahead and put our 2 solid there. So now we would be missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. However, I'm not feeling lucky right here, so I think I'm going to stop. Would love to hear in the comment sections if you would have stopped or kept going. So let's go ahead and score. So for this one, for the trees, you get 1 point for each tree. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Let's double check. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We have all the rocks covered, so there's no empty spots. There's no rocks. Now for empty spaces, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ugh, that sucks. So right now we've got that -1 and this -9, which means that 10 is going to cancel out. So right there that's just a wash of 0 points. Now let's see what points we actually end up with. So how many solid buildings do we have next to each other? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 solid buildings. How many stripe buildings do we have next to each other? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So the most we had was 3. And how many X's did we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which gives us 13. All right, we are not off to a good start. Nope, we are not. In fact, there's one more episode in Chapter 3, if I recall, and we were at 16 points for episode 1, 13 points here, which gives us, 29? And right now, that would put us in the apprentice section. But we have episode 3 to go, and even if we got another 20 points, we're going to be in the building inspector zone. So that wouldn't be too bad. I would like to see if we can get enough to put us in the municipal councilor when it's all said and done. All right, so as we did for the last episode, we will go ahead and we're going to get rid of this. Then we will go ahead and start episode 3. And we are going to start chapter 1, episode 3. Let's take a sip. This is going to continue on being the same rules as 1 and 2 with one addition. But let's go ahead and put what our scores were for the prior episodes. And this is going to give us some additional points if we can put 4 buildings around the well. Let's go ahead and roll. We are starting off with a large one, so let's go ahead and do the solids again. And you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and knock these out of the way. Get these rocks out of the way now. Cool. And a solid there. We'll do that one. We got a 2 stripe. And let's start the stripe on the other side of the river. We have another 2 stripe. Let's get that rock. Let's work our way up if we can. We have a solid again, an L, so let's get these going. So far we're getting solids and stripes, so let us get those points added up. Let's do that. Get those rocks when we can. Got a solid again for a good one. Okay. So we're going to do... It's 1 building by the well. So you need 4 buildings adjacent to the well. So that's 1 building. Just don't know. Nope. Just can't do that. Oh, we got some X's. Cool. Some X action going. Needs to be adjacent to something, so let us go ahead and start like this. Then maybe we can get the X's to branch across the river, come up here, give us some space for those solids if we keep rolling like we have been. Okay, there's a 4Xer. Or not. Oh, yep, that's a 4. So let's just go ahead and get these. Okay, we got a stripe. Got a 3er. So we will go ahead and do that. Oh, no, we can't do that. Never mind. And we cannot scratch that. We can't do that. We were going to do this instead. So that, we will redo that. A solid 3. All right. I'm going to try something. That's 2 buildings next to it. We got a solid 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4 buildings. Or 1, 2, 3. We need a building there. And I don't want to. I'll have to settle for a 1er. Okay, we've got the stripes. Okay, now we can do what I wanted to do there. Except we will go 1, 2, 3 this way. So that's still. We have a 4x. Ooh, we don't have a spot for 4. Shoot, we don't have a spot for 4 anywhere because I messed up. Dang it. We've got 2 stripe. And I need to start getting these rocks over here. So even though we're breaking our chain, I feel like we need to. A 3 solid. Would fit perfect there. A 3 stripe. Alright, let's just go ahead and do this. So we need a 2er, and we need to get over here, and I think we're going to have to call it. Okay, we have a 2er right there, a solid 2, which I think we just do here to cover that rock. Cool. A 2 stripe. I feel like we're chancing it here so much. So we need to have a 2 and a 3 or 4L kind of a thing. So let's give it one more try. So we have a 3. Dang it. But you know what? This will work. We're going to go ahead and do that. All right, so we're going to stop there, I think. So let's go ahead and do our score. So we get 1 for each tree that we didn't have to cover. That is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We did not cover, or we don't have any rocks exposed, so that doesn't matter. Empty spaces, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's not bad. Number of buildings, solid buildings. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That are next to each other. How many stripes? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we have, for the X's, we had 1, 2, 3 next to each other. And we did not get 4 buildings, so we are not going to get anything there. So what I'll do is we've got right here, you've got 10, but we're going to lose 8, so I'm just going to call that a +2, right? So 10, 17, 20. So I'm showing that we've got 20, 20. That's 29 plus 20 is 49. And if we go to our score, we ended up with a building inspector. So as you can see here, you've got the different scores that you can go into. So right now we are in the building inspector range. So we need to improve in these next ones if we want to stay higher for the end score. And this is just a quick recap of what we did. So in episode 1, we got the 16 points. Episode 2, 13 points. Episode 3, 20 points, which gave us a score of 49. Yep. 29 plus 20 is 49. All right. I appreciate everybody taking the time to watch this. Let me know in the comments section if I did anything wrong or if you would have done any plays differently. Do appreciate everybody that comments, likes, subscribes, all that fun stuff. And until next time, folks, cheers.